Honestly, fuck school. I don't know why we still even have this whole fucking, this outdated concept of school to just build workers. Because we know what the fuck school was made for. Why are we pretending? We know school was created to create workers. Do you still know? What the fuck is X?
No fucking idea.
Bro, I'm still waiting. I'm like, when have I in my life as an adult known what the fuck X is?
Yeah.
No fucking idea. A lot of useless information got passed on to me in school. And I sucked at school because I was shit at memorizing.
Same.
I didn't really learn anything. Dropouts, as we do.
Cheers.
Drop out, my man.
Cheers.
School doesn't teach you much, honestly. It teaches you the basics. I understand maths, yes, English, comprehension, all that kind of stuff. But when you come to like social studies and algebra and calculus, I'm like, are you going to use those in the real world?
From the moment we enter the world, full of potential and curiosity, we are slowly but surely funneled into a system designed not to nurture our uniqueness, but to mold us into obedient, replaceable parts of a machine. That system is school. We begin school when we are barely conscious, when our sense of identity is still forming, when our imagination is unbounded. At that age, we don't understand the world, but the world starts imposing itself on us. We are introduced to rules, not through moral guidance or philosophical reasoning, but through force and structure.
You have to go to school. Everybody goes to school. Let's go.
Everybody don't go to school.
Yes, everybody does. Come on. Come on.
How can I challenge day with you?
Okay, come on.
I want to go.
Stand up and let's go to school. Little boy, you're making yourself stand up and let's go to school.
Sit down, be quiet, raise your hand to speak, raise your hand to pee. You cannot even relieve yourself without permission. This is not education. This is obedience training. The real purpose of school is not to make you successful. It is not to help you discover your passions or guide you toward purpose. It is not to help you become free. It is to make you a worker, disciplined, predictable, and dependent. School does not prepare you for greatness. It prepares you for compliance. Think about this. School is not optional. From the age of 4 or 5, you are legally obligated to attend every day for years, but in those years you are given almost no freedom. You can't walk out. You can't speak unless permitted. You can't eat when you're hungry. You can't rest when you're tired. You can't question authority. If you do, you're punished. Detention, suspension, labels, and this, we're told, is for our own good. We are made to believe this is normal. But what is normal about being forced into an institution that limits your natural instincts and punishes individuality? What is normal about spending the most formative years of your life learning how to conform? They call it education, but real education is about expanding the mind. Real education fosters exploration, inquiry, and discovery. What we get instead is a curriculum designed not to inspire, but to condition. A narrow focus on obedience, memorization, and repetitive work. The classroom becomes a factory line, and the students become products. Creativity dies here. A child is born full of wonder. Look at any young child, and you'll see pure imagination. They create stories, dream fearlessly, question everything. But after years of school, that imagination fades. By the time most children reach their teenage years, they're afraid to be different. They fear being wrong. They're bored. They've been taught not to think freely, but to seek approval. Subjects are taught as if they are sacred. But examine them closely, and you'll see the cracks. History class often lies to you. It's not about truth, it's about narratives, national pride, sanitized versions of events. You are not taught the history of oppressed voices. You are not taught the brutal truth of colonization, genocide, or the manipulation of power. You are taught what those in power want you to know. Math becomes a burden. Yes, basic math is essential. Addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. But after a certain point, the complexity becomes pointless for most people. You will not use calculus or trigonometry in your daily life unless you pursue a career in engineering or science. Yet you are forced to memorize and repeat formulas without ever being told why they matter, or if they matter at all. Language arts turns into a chore. Reading becomes a task, not a joy. Writing becomes an exercise in jumping through hoops. Meet the word count, follow the structure, repeat the format. You're not writing to express, you're writing to comply. The joy of language is replaced by the burden of essays that only exist to be graded. And what is the result of all this? Boredom, frustration, anxiety, depression. School is responsible for many psychological issues. It breeds anxiety in students forced to perform under pressure, judged by test scores, constantly compared to others. It nurtures insecurity by rewarding conformity and punishing difference. It creates depression by robbing young people of purpose and freedom. It instills a sense of helplessness by taking away autonomy. You are told your value is in your grades, your worth is in your report card. Your future is determined by your ability to memorize and obey. And when you fail in this system, not because you're stupid, but because the system is broken, you are told that it's your fault. School teaches you to embrace boredom. You sit in rows, listen to someone talk for hours, do the same assignments over and over. This is not a glitch in the system. It is the system. Because if you can learn to endure boredom, you can learn to endure the monotony of adult life in the workforce. A job where you clock in, clock out, do your task, say nothing, question nothing. This is the ultimate goal. Make you compatible with the system. John D. Rockefeller, one of the most powerful men in American history, once said, "I don't want a nation of thinkers. I want a nation of workers." He played a key role in shaping the modern education system. He helped fund the General Education Board, which heavily influenced public schooling. The system was designed with one goal: create efficient, obedient workers for the industrial machine. You are not meant to become a leader. You are not meant to find your calling. You are meant to serve the system. Your life becomes a tool, a cog in the machine. School is the training ground, and yet within this dark system, there is one silver lining. School reveals the ones who refuse to conform, the rebels, the dreamers, the ones who see through the illusion. They are punished, ridiculed, labeled as troublemakers, but they are awake. They are the ones who eventually break free, and for them the suffering has a purpose. To truly appreciate freedom, you must first experience enslavement. Leaving school does not guarantee a better life. In fact, for many it leads to more misery, a lifetime of work, debt, exhaustion. The treadmill never stops. You are trained to be here, but once you see it for what it is, you have a choice. You can step off the treadmill. You can take back your time, your thoughts, your soul, but you must unlearn what school taught you. You must realize that success does not come from grades. It comes from courage, from risk, from failure, from questioning, from breaking rules, from building your own path. That path is not given to you. You must carve it out yourself. The system will not reward you for thinking. It will not applaud your creativity. It will not support your rebellion. But you do not need its approval. You need only your own conviction. The truth is, the system fears those who think, because thinkers cannot be controlled. They cannot be programmed. They cannot be used. So question everything, especially the things you are forced to accept, especially school. You were not born to be a worker. You were not born to sit quietly and obey. You were not born to raise your hand for permission to exist. You were born to live, to explore, to create, to be free. And freedom begins the moment you realize that school was never meant to set you free. It was meant to chain you. And now you hold the key. Use it.